Alrighty, hello once again, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to episode 5 of WoW Flipping from Scratch. The episodes are just flying by. It's unbelievable that we're already on episode 5. Alright, so it's been about, I would say, between 15, 16 hours, somewhere in that range since we were last online. So we may have some expired items, and hopefully, with any luck, we have some sales. Because we put a lot of items up on the auction house last time, so without any further ado, let's get right into it. Whoa, okay. Alright, 24 males, which isn't a lot, but 4,335 gold. That's pretty decent, I would say. Yeah, I'm pretty happy about that. With 4,000 plus gold, we're definitely going to have a little more leeway, a little bit more room to purchase some big ticket items that we would like. So yeah, wow. Just starting the episode and I'm already really excited to get into this. So we don't have too many things here, so we'll go ahead and take an in-depth look at what exactly we've got going on here. We've got a few things we were outbid on which aren't really too important, so I think I'm just going to go through and grab all the gold from the outbids, that way we don't have to deal with it. Alright, that's everything that we got outbid on. Now we've got a few items that have expired. I may have posted them up wrong for 12 hours because I'm pretty sure we just got these last episode, but anyways, I'll take out the ones that are expired, that way we can just focus primarily on the sales that we had. So that's the expired items, just 3 of them. And on top of that, we've got a few buys that we must have won some bids on because I haven't been buying anything on the Armory application in the past day. So first off, it looks like we won a Headhunter's Buckler of the Wolf for 61 silver, and that's actually, wow, that's worth a decent amount. It's a pretty slick looking shield, and it's worth between anywhere from 100 to 350, maybe even upwards. Hopefully we can get the most amount of gold out of that as possible. But wow, that's really good. Great to see those buys under 1 gold that go for so much more. Next up, and the other item that we bought today, it looks like we won a bid on a Gothic shield for 2 gold, 20 silver. It's another little shield. Kind of coincidental that we won on just 2 shields. I guess nobody wants shields on this server. Got it for 2 gold, and it should go for anywhere between 100 and maybe 300 as a conservative estimate. So yeah, hopefully we can get a decent amount off that. And now we're going to dive right into the meat of the mail here. We've got a bunch of sales that we're going to quickly discuss how much we bought these items for and how much we sold them for. So I brought up my TSM window just by typing in /TSM here, and then I went over to accounting and go to expenses and then search the item that we bought. It looks like we purchased this bandit cinch of the tiger for 5 gold and we sold it for 60-ish, so that's pretty good right there. Next up is this crystal sword of the bear. We got it for 15 gold and we sold it for a whopping 542 overall, so that is pretty good. Let's see what this thing looks like because I'm quite curious. That's a decent looking blade. It's kind of got a cool little outline to it. So yeah, really good stuff there. That is quite a profit margin. Next up is a big one. We sold some saltstone leg chains for almost 2,000 gold. And it looks like we purchased these for a measly 10 gold. So that is quite insane. Really happy with that result, and that is going to give us a lot of room to buy a lot more stuff. That's just why the transmog market is so nice, really. You get a couple good hits and then you are pretty much set for at least a lot more reinvestment. So next up we've got these Maelstrom Sapphires. You'll probably remember this from a couple episodes back. We bought them for around 140, getting 180 off of them. Not too bad at all. I believe that was the last of them, thank God. Next we've got some Greenweave sandals that we sold for 30 gold about, and we only paid a gold for them, so really not too bad. Chromite girdle is another really nice sale. We sold it for around 800 gold. We're receiving about 760, and we only bought it for 75 gold. So when you have a return of 10 times the original input, that is nothing too shabby, especially with a decent price like 75 gold. Going up to 762 is really pretty good. So next up on the list, we've got our Conqueror's Breastplate that we sold for right around 400 gold, and we only bought it for 10. So again, 40 times our original investment. That is quite good. The penultimate sale here is our Chieftain's Shoulders. We bought them for 2 gold and sold them for a little bit over 100. I've got to say, transmog sales just feel so good to complete. And that leads us to our final sale, which is the Blade of Trapped Knowledge. We got it for 12 gold and we sold it for 230 just about. So that is a nice little sale to wrap up everything. And that's all the mail. So as you can see, we've got a few items to repost, not too bad, but then 4,359 gold overall. Quite happy with that. Really excited to reinvest all of that. Alright, it looks like it wants to post those items we bought for 2 gold and under a gold respectively for almost 450 to 500 gold per, so that is really good. If we can sell one of those, that is a decent boost. I'm just going to skip the rough blasting powder and post it up myself, and then we'll finish it off with these two. Throw this up, why not? And it looks like we've still got long on a lot of things, so we've still got a bit of time before things start expiring here, although there are going to be quite a few things that do expire. Illidari Cloak of Protection for 100 gold. Now this is actually quite a nice looking cloak. This cloak usually goes from like 1,000 to 3,000, maybe even more, as this guy is trying for 8,000. So for 100 gold, that's a steal. We'll take that. Commander's Armor for 5 gold. There's just a lot of great deals in the transmog market. Commander's Armor goes anywhere from like 775 to like roughly 1,500. And our competition's posting for 5,000, so really good stuff. Found some Chimera Hide leggings for 76 gold. It's a decent little chunk, but they should go for a decent amount more. A Glimmering Shield for 15 gold. Now this ranges quite a bit, but our competition is way up there as far as their pricing, so yeah. Found some emblazoned leggings for only 20 gold. It looks like we can make a decent profit on that. A Dervish Tunic for 10 gold. The potential on it's quite huge, and so that should be a no-brainer. Some Mystic Slippers for 25 gold. I love slippers, so obviously I'm going to buy them. There's a pair of swords decks up for 6 gold per. I don't know a whole hell of a lot about this. I know it's a Darkmoon Fair item made by scribes, or people with inscription. For 6 gold, I think I'll take a shot on them. It says it can sell for more. I'm not sure, but why not try? Some Charger's Armor is up for 2 gold. It's pretty cheap. Hey, check it out. It's one of those things you'll probably give this video. We've got some Captain's Shoulder Guards here for 9 gold. That is definitely something I will take. A Maldo's Sword Cane. Maldo's Sword Cane. For 200 gold. That's pretty cool looking. Question is, can we make a profit on it? After doing a bit of research, I'm pretty confident we can get a profit on it, so let's go for it. I've been seeing this Void Sphere in the deals section for a while. I don't really think too many people would buy this, so I don't really want to even spend a gold on it, but I'll bid the 1 silver on it, because it does look like it's expiring in 2 hours, so we may win that. Superior Leggings for 77 silver. I am a fan. Looks like there's some Archer's Bracers up for 8 gold, and they're the only Archer's Bracers on the market, so sure. The Schematic Cat's Eye Ultra Goggles seems like it has a decent amount of potential, but there are a lot of auctions up right underneath it. It goes from 10 to 18 to 25, etc. So we may buy it for 10 and then just hang on to it. Maybe one day the market won't be so swamped and we'll be able to sell it for a decent little profit. Worm Skull Leg Plates for 15. May as well give it a shot. Potent Bands of Stamina for 15, sure. A Chieftain's Belt for 20. I think the Chieftain set's pretty popular, so let's go ahead and pop on that. Brigade Pauldrons are pretty cool looking, and they have a decent amount of profit potential for 35 gold. Ivy Cloth Sash, can't really complain with 5 gold. Some Huntsman Boots for only 10 gold, sounds really good. A Crusader's Belt for 15. Imbued Plate Van Braces, I've been kind of ignoring for a while, but now they've only dropped to 25 gold, and they do look pretty good, so I'll give them a shot. This formula, two-hand weapon, major intellect, is only 2 gold. For 2 gold, why not? Some veteran armor for 4 gold. I don't really know who the hell would want this little shield, but it's up for 50 silver and 1 gold, so I figure why not just buy them both out, give it a shot. Some Blackforge pauldrons for 32 gold, can go for quite a bit more. Alright, that's enough items for right now. We're going to go collect everything up from the mail and post it. Looks like we were already outbid on that void sphere. Looks good to me. Let's run a post scan. Everything looks to be in order, so we're just going to quickly throw it all up. We have a double, and then we've got 2 of these things which did not get picked up by the post scan. They did get picked up by the quick post from Bags, however. It appears it wants to post them at 1289. That seems like a stretch, but sure, I guess. Let's try sniping again for a while. It's pretty random, but it looks like the rough blasting powder has sold. It's cool, I guess. I will take that, whatever the hell that is. It showed up as 0%, so I just popped. Many pocketed belt. Alright, so after looking into it for just a little bit, it looks like it ranges quite a ways from like 350 all the way up to like 2,000 gold. So hopefully we can get a nice little profit on that. 9 gold is a good buying price, for sure. Talon of Vultrus for 400 gold. I'm pretty sure that's a good deal. Let me just check real quick. Yeah, we'll take it for 400. That seems like a very good deal. I've actually sniped and sold quite a few of these. At least a few of them on my home row. So I know that you can move them for whatever reason people like to buy them, so. This guy's advertising that he's selling 200 netherweave cloth for 35 gold. Sure. It sounds good to me. 35 gold for 200 netherweave cloth is something we can profit on. While we're waiting for this guy to get here, we found some bard's boots for 2 gold on the auction house. We also managed to find a field plate helmet for only 2 gold, a little over. Able to find some Grizzlemaw armor for only 16 gold. Pretty good. There's some of these cool looking Corehound Fang shoulder pads for only 12 gold. Surprisingly cheap, so sure, we'll buy those up. It looks like there's a pagan cape for 2 gold, can't really argue. Found this guy advertising that he was selling 200 netherweave cloth for 35 gold. And he said he'd throw in some more stuff for 45 gold overall. He just logged off immediately. That's kind of weird, but okay. Thanks, I guess. The lowest price stack of 200 is at 50, so I think we're just going to undercut that with our own stack of 200. 49.99. And then the stack of 76 can be a little extra. We'll just throw it up right under the 29.25 here. I think we're going to buy out the silks here. It's going to cost a little bit of money, but I think we'll be able to make that back quite well. Since we bought out the cloth, we're also just going to pick up everything else that we either sniped or picked up individually. I think the way we'll do this is post up the silk in 2 manageable stacks of 50, and then a stack of 20, and then the remainder. Just throwing up the mage weave cloth and a stack of 10 and a stack of 1 seems fine. Now we're just going to run a post scan. Everything looks fine. We're just going to intentionally get undercut on the pagan cape and hope that those sell out. We found a caribou waistguard for only 7 gold. We found a bog slayer breastplate for 34 gold, right around 35. Someone already bought some of our silk cloth. That was quite immediate. We still can't see sold auctions in the auctions tab due to that glitch, but through the power of deduction, we're able to see that it was one of the stacks of 50. So we've already got 150 gold coming in, and that already makes up for all of it. We're going to go ahead and pop on a warrior's tunic here for 3 gold. This massacre sword is pretty gnarly looking. It also usually posts for quite a bit more, so I think I'm going to pop on this as well. Our silk cloth is selling quite rapidly. I'm just going to pick up a few of these things and throw them back up. Those posts look pretty good. Alright, looks like we've got a burnt leather vest here for 1 gold. Some sage's boots for 2 gold. An ivy cloth robe also for 2 gold. Some gossamer pants for 3 gold. There's a protector waistband here for 455 gold, which seems like a decent amount, but from what I'm seeing here, it usually goes for a lot more, anywhere in the 5,000 to 8,000 category. So 455 is really worth it. Alright, here's that void sphere that we got outbid on. It's got 30 minutes left, so yeah, sure. We'll bid on it another 5 copper. Got some heavy mithril boots here for 3 gold. A dagger cap waistband for 6. Some high counselor boots also for 6. A dusk woven sash for 2. A defender cloak for 6 gold, 22 silver. Also some defender boots for 15 gold. A pair of chieftain bracers for 15 gold. Some step spaulders for 18. Leggings of the Aqueous Disillusion. It's quite a mouthful, but we'll take it for 20. Some Jazzeraint or Jazraint or JZ bracers for 11. A silver hand blade for 13. A pair of Raiders boots for 15. I think we're going to pop on this Overlord's chestplate for right around 300 gold. We should be able to get a decent amount of profit out of that. There's also some Grunts leg guards up for only 400. Should be able to get a bit more for them. Some Warmaw leg plates up for 260. They look pretty nice, and I think we can turn a profit. It looks like we were outbid on Void Sphere, but there's probably only a few minutes left, so we're gonna bid again. Even though we could just buy it out for a gold. Whatever. Alright, so we're just gonna grab what we've got in the mail here. It looks like we did buy out that Void Sphere. That's pretty cool. And then a lot of the silk cloth sold. So that's also pretty good. And the rough blasting powders from earlier. So let's just grab everything up here, and we will post it back on the auction house. Everything appears to be fine, so we're just gonna blaze through it, put it all up. So I think what we're gonna do now is run a cancel scan, and I'm going to repost everything that needs to be reposted before I head off for now. Alright, it looks like it wants to cancel quite a few things, so we're gonna just go ahead and let it do that. Just like that. Alright, so we've got a total of 98 things here, so we're just gonna collect as much as we can and throw it all up on the auction house. Dude, this little Blingtron thing taunts me like every single time I'm on, right here in the auction house. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and throw everything up that we can. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and post things accordingly. Okay, so that's everything posted from that batch. Now we have a bit more in the mail that we need to go grab and throw up on the auction house. Alright, and that'll do it for everything that was in the mail. Alright, so that is everything thrown up on the auction house in total. Just snipe a little bit. Ooh, some Slayer's pants. I just looked back up at the screen. Oh no, please don't be gone. Oh man. What were they, Slayer's pants? Oh, they're still there. Nice. Good stuff. Wow, that is really nice. For only 6 gold, and it's anywhere between like 1,000 and 5,000. Crazy. Oh wow, we found some Bloodscale gauntlets for only 29 gold. Very nice. Some Superior shoulders for only 3 gold. There's also some Bloodscale leggings for only 400. These usually go for quite a lot more. There's a design Sovereign Twilight Opal that usually goes for quite a bit more. It's at 50 gold. As well as a design Defender's Nightstone for 50 gold. That goes for quite a bit more. Once again, we're just going to grab the things we just bought and throw them up on the auction house. Alright, everything's up. Looks good. Alright guys, I think that's going to be it for me for today. I know we still have 1,100 gold left, but there's not really any deals that I see up right now that I would like to buy. And I don't want to like force it. I don't want to force all of our gold out every single episode, because that's just a good way to lose money. So with that being said, I thank you all very, very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.